Hey. How you doing, guys? We're back. It's Resident Evil 2, the one that I'm good at. Yeah, Clem, it's good to see you. Dreamcast. And Star Shadow Knight. How you doing, Star? You know, best, I think, is hard to really qualify, but it's undeniably the most balanced. Definitely the most balanced one to play. More refined than RE1, it's not as difficult as RE3, it's not as frustrating as Code Veronica. I haven't seen a VMU in 84 years. There you go. Now you can see two. I don't know how to move those VMU screens. One thing I always appreciated about the Dreamcast version was, the demos. The VMU actually displays the current ammo count and health count of these demo videos, which I think is really cool. Just at work? Today is my day off. No, they're not separate windows, they're actually included in the whole thing. How you doing, Teak? So let's run you guys through a little bit of this while I'm right here. This is Redream. Dreamcast emulator. I found out earlier today that it has a PC version. Fantastic, because I have this on Android. With my Odin Pro and my Retro Pocket 2 Plus, this is the emulator I use on them. So finding out as a PC version, fantastic. The interface is absolutely the same. So I already know how to work it. Biggest complaint, it feels maybe a little too focused on touchscreen design, but it's entirely familiar. This is everything we've got at the minute. What are they? I don't know what these are. Maybe one day we'll actually do that Dreamcast version of Spider-Man that we were doing once. This is the premium version that I'm using. I'm gonna leave that on keyboard just in case. Oh, it's your birthday today, Mir? Happy birthday, man. Let's get Mir a birthday shout out. Because that's something we do. As opposed to just the regular shout outs where we just shout people out. Resolution on this will go ridiculously high. Yeah, I remember you saying, and I was trying the RE ports on Flycast myself, and wasn't getting them as smooth as I would like. I'll do it. Birthday shout out can be that I'll do it. That's not me, that's me. Thank you, Teak. I will also do it. There we go. Birthday shout out is that I will actually do you the shout out. 10 out of 10. Happy 16th birthday. I went young there. Usually I'll be like, happy stupid birthday, whereas like, oh yeah, happy 39th birthday. Well, I went young there. But yeah, the Dreamcast RE games work fine on this. Actually, really happy with it. My original intention with this is like, okay, how are we playing RE2 today? Let's get the game started. Not that. It ended the demo at the wrong time just as I pressed start. We have to go back. So my original thought was like, how are we doing this? 16 is almost half so close enough. So happy 31st, I guess.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb. City.
You know, with the benefit of going back through RE1 yesterday, I realised that zombie picture is different. Where's restart? It's that one. That zombie picture's different. Because one thing that I noted yesterday in my head, I didn't say it out loud on stream, is that first zombie, when it turns, its mouth is closed. And it's like... But there, they've edited that picture so that the zombie has no lips, it's just teeth showing. Which is weird. It's weird that they would do that. 34th. Ooh. I'm going places, man. And I've never noticed that before, and I'm only noticing now because I made note of that yesterday. Like, take a look at the zombie again. That's why I've reset it.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that a terrible disaster had been caused by the
but yeah, I was like, okay, what version of Resident Evil 2 are we going to do? And my first thought was, let's see about doing the seamless HD version on GameCube. So I downloaded that specific version of Dolphin. I downloaded all the files, got it started, set up, and there are stutters between screen transitions the first time you do them, which isn't great, and I wasn't very happy with. And honestly, I wasn't overly enthused with the Seamless HD project, seeing it up close for myself anyway. Just like, okay, what can we do? Ideally, Dreamcast. Dreamcast is the best vanilla console experience you can do for Resident Evil 2 and 3. Okay, so I tried it on Flycast emulator I've got on RetroArch. It ain't doing it. So let's take a look if there are other Dreamcast emulators on PC. Redream. Redream's on there. Great. I know that works. So here we are. One example of why Dreamcast is the best console version is the only version that has these full-screen FMVs. Every other console version of RE2 has them letterboxed.
Why'd he bite me?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening?
I was going to make a comment about that, Mir.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down!
I thought the sound was off, but it's not.
We can't stay out here.
It just looks like they didn't sync up the sound of Claire's footsteps to her actually walking in the diner. Weird. I mean, to be fair, like, the trucker could be driving to a hospital. No, it's not. The game's... Oh, wait.
What's going on? I arrived in town.
No, it looks fine to me.
The place went insane.
Is anybody else getting that?
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. great, huh?
That's weird, because I'm watching it through the preview and it looks fine.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure.
Hey, Clem.
Gun inside.
Better take
Is it still happening for you guys? Because it might have just been when I was switching windows. Right, it might have just been when I was switching windows. That could have been my fault.
You okay?
Still in one.
So, doing all of RE2, we're going to be doing Claire A, Leon B today. And then we'll be coming back with Leon A, Claire B. And with any luck, Ninja will turn up at some point while we're doing Leon A, Claire B.
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. I love this font. Like, that's one of the things the Seamless HD edition changes. The font there. Like, just the font in general, and I'm not as fond of it. Please let me know if the VMU display is distracting, because I can turn it off.
Freeze!
Everybody's favourite lines.
Who are you?
What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Whew.
Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town? Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
But don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here.
Yeah, I remember you showed it off on your stream. I don't remember when. It might have been the last time you did Seamless HD. It's like, I could do that, or I could just play it on Dreamcast. I suppose ideally the best solution would be to see about getting the PC version and putting the Rebirth patch on it. That's going to be more work. I hate it when they don't break the door open there. Push the wrong button. No, you bastard. Run, Claire. Awesome. Ah, you bastard. Alright. Some point I need to go in the menu and make a note of how the use check combine icons are listed. Speaking of emulating Resident Evil 2, though, I did some digging while I was trying to find a Nintendo 64 emulator for myself. And apparently Mupen 64 Plus plays RE2 fine. I haven't tested it myself yet. Because I was testing Castlevania. Because I have my priorities straight. People come up to me and they ask me, like, hey Chrono, when are you going to stream all of Castlevania 64? And I always tell them the same thing. Who the hell are you and why are you talking to me? Alright, I got like 10 minutes while this cutscene plays out. Let me get a little more comfortable. I should go back and actually do Shantae.
Are you the only officer left in the building?
What do I have Shantae on?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield.
I have
I'm looking
OG
for my brother,
Shantae
Chris.
on 3DS.
We lost contact with him.
I have Risk His
10 days
Revenge
ago.
on PS4.
Chris, Jill Barry.
I might have
Every
on
last
PC.
Stars team member has disappeared.
Then I have Pirate's Curse
We should have
and
listened to them.
Half Genie Hero on Switch.
What happened?
I don't have Seven
About
Sirens
2
yet.
months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other Stars members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
It always gets me when people like RE2 and RE3 have bad voice acting. And it's like, they really don't.
Okay. Just
They
hang
have
in
bad
there. I'll be back
lines.
soon.
But the voice acting is like above average for PlayStation. And ultimately, the most important part is it feels believable. I don't find it particularly distracting. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the one I want. It's confusing me to play Dream. You know what? This is coming from RE1. Because how did you get into the menu in RE1? You had to pause the game. That's what it is. Seriously, this Xbox Series D-pad is so good for classic Resident Evil, it feels really nice. I was a little concerned when I first got it. You might remember back when I did the Dead Space playthrough, which was the first playthrough I'd used this controller. That was like, I don't know how good the D-pad is, and Dead Space didn't really give me a proper chance to try it. Because the only thing we did in that was like change weapons. And I never got any weapon other than the plasma core. But like, spending time with Resident Evil, like, it feels really good. The lickers don't have any lips, but they make up for that with the tongue. It's a different kissing experience, but it's no less valid. Apparently there are, Clem. I ran out of ammo quite a few times. I don't think I ran out of ammo. I got close to running out of ammo quite a few times in Dead Space only using the plasma cutter. But that's because I wasn't just buying ammo. So the problem there is I have the right bumper set to be the menu. No, I'll come back for that. But later in the game, like, I just ended up... Because money was very clearly not an issue later in the game, I was just like, let me just buy so much goddamn plasma butter ammo. Creepy noises, man. Like, people underestimate it, especially in horror, but sound design is like 80% of the work. One thing I do like about doing this on emulator now is that I can share the VMU display with you guys. So you can see what the VMU display is. And like I say, if at any point it becomes distracting, let me know and I'll turn it off. I'm there thinking, like, Barry's desk doesn't have ammo in this game, does it? That's RE3. I guess it's both. What are you gonna do? It's weird that they got a fax here. I brought up that point once when we were doing commentaries years ago. The question of, like, how are they receiving faxes? Because the phone lines are supposed to be dead. And I think, like, you get that as an answer if you check, like, any of the phones in the police station. There's a set of payphones in the western corridor on the first floor, I know that. Obviously in a separate protected line. I mean, that's not a bad explanation. No! No! Oh, 1-800-FAX. Well, I mean, more than just, like, it's not a bad explanation, the idea that the lines for the police themselves, rather than the payphones, would, like... be a better quality, be a separate line, be protected. I don't know. I don't know how fax machines work specifically with that. Separate extension, maybe? I wouldn't have thought a specific number. Like, a lot of these things are on extension numbers. I'm gonna keep doing that. Yeah, it makes sense if the dedicated police lines, especially in the STARS office, were on a separate line from, especially the payphones in the downstairs corridor. Yeah, from offices I've worked in, like, it's how we always do RE2. It's been so long since I've done an RE2 playthrough without getting the special costumes. Especially with Claire, because, like, Claire gets the 6-shooter, and the 6-shooter's great. It's fast. So, Virginia. Playing with the boys again, I see. Yes. I hate this liquor. Mostly just because I don't kill it. And we go through this corridor quite a few times. Don't forget to check the point rewards, everybody. We do have rewards for you to use your points that you build up from watching us. Maybe it's time to kill it. It's true. He is real super sand lesbian. I don't need this for a while. I'll need that for a while. There we go. There's a gun. This is the greatest handgun ever made. Called Single Action Army. 6 bullets. More than enough to kill anything that moves. Yeah, I was going through the point wards yesterday, earlier today. I was going through the point wards at some point. And we do have quite a few point wards there that I added a little while back. Like the racing game stream, the fighting game stream. I think there's another stream of some kind in there that I've forgotten about. There's also Read a Line, which I always love when you guys redeem. You do some fantastic stuff. I would, Clem, but, like, you know what this is. This is a no-save run. I should do a safety save in RE3. I've died too many times in RE3 to not do that. Eat it, bitch. Alright. Let me take a quick look. Read a line. Sing a song, no swearing, racing game, fighting game, beat 'em up stream, that's what it was. I need to remove 10 years of Resident Evil.
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Also, change the points on that DDS1 New Game Plus.
But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone.
Oh no, that was more like, you know, I would absolutely go and test it on a liquor, but that liquor will probably kill me. And we're not doing we're doing a no save run because that's how I play RE2.
That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
Cool story, bro. Oh yeah. So the optimum strategy for speed is to not get the plate, the little brick thing, stone tablet, whatever the hell it is, on this visit to the library. Get it on the second visit. Because you're going to be going upstairs at that point anyway. Can I get through this hole without firing a single shot? Yes, I can. Awesome. Da 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 da. I got a lighter. Da da. Let me dump some stuff in here. I'll put the handgun away now. I'll light her away for a minute. Get a green herb out. Stop doing that. It bothers me in RE2 make that not only did they make the single action army worse in RE2 make with like the terrible reload time, but also it's a mandatory weapon in the second playthrough. That helicopter is on fire. So, the pro strat here is to get through the courtyard without getting bit. You might be thinking, Chrono, that was well played, and you didn't make a fool of yourself after saying that. And you'd be wrong, because the hard part is getting back out. Oh, see ya. Right, here we go. Moment of truth. Ooh. Beautiful. Those are the runs that you want to see. Thank you. Thank you. I will make sure you lose confidence in me before the end of this session. Every now and then, though, I will pull off a really fantastic set of dodges. Like that one clip we've got of Code Veronica, where it's like, oh no, Steve's in trouble, and I do some really good dodges through that difficult palace corridor. I think I've managed to do that once since then. One thing I really appreciate about playing as Claire is that this corridor empties after you put the fire out, so you don't have to kill anything in here. Which is even better in Claire B, because in the B scenarios there are 2 lickers in this corridor, and Leon's just got to deal with them. Claire can ignore them and put the fire out. If I didn't have desktop audio turned on, I would probably have music playing for myself right now. Mostly just for my own entertainment, because I've done this game so much. No, I'm gonna keep you. Definitely gonna keep you. You go in the box. Wanna get the lighter out. If I keep doing that, I'm just gonna fucking remap the B button to start. So people are generally with RE2 usually like, oh, the bowgun's trash. And that's not entirely true. The bowgun's pretty good if you know what you're supposed to use it for. The problem is that most people use the bowgun like it's the shotgun. Like, people go up against the licker and stuff with the bowgun and expect it to work. And the problem is, it's not Claire's equivalent of the shotgun. The grenade launcher is Claire's equivalent of the shotgun. The bowgun is basically Claire's version of the custom handgun. I should never need to go past him again. But yeah, ultimately you end up with the thing of like, you try and use the bowgun on a licker, you're gonna get ganked. But if you use the bowgun on large groups of zombies, you're gonna burn through them. And it's absolutely fantastic. I should have enough space for this, shouldn't I? Hashtag ganked. Hashtag ganged. Shout out for my peep, Seep the Gamer in the chat for that one. Hey, how you doing, Snow? Just in time for the RE2 part of the 10 years of Resident Evil. That's what you meant. So yeah, this room is the perfect example of how the bowgun works. There's some more of those. And what we're actually here for. Ooh, Forza Horizon 4's on sale. I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good. Playing the Resident Evil game I am the best at. So like, the high point of the 10 years of Resident Evil stream series. I should pick up the detonator first. Hey, Marvin. Oh. I was hoping I could do that without triggering him. See, bowgun's just absolutely fantastic for zombies. Love it. Love it in B scenario where you get more opportunities to use it as well. Absolutely love Claire B. Claire B is underrated. It's the most underrated scenario. Detonator. Okay, I need to go upstairs. So the idea here is to just keep ignoring these zombies until they despawn and get replaced with the liquor. So you got several options of what that could be, Clem. You mean Claire's boobs? You mean Claire's behind? Claire's booty rocking everywhere? That's the magic of Claire's B. This kind of thing is going to happen a bunch in RE3 as well. Not me pressing start, more me pressing the wrong button. Because RE3 swaps around the order of check and combine. And so I've had it before on stream where I've gone from RE2 into RE3 and been checking stuff instead of combining stuff in the inventory. And that's frustrating. It makes me look like a chump. It's not so bad. Like if you haven't played RE2 or RE1 really, so soon before it, because I'll be honest with you, I don't offhand remember the placements of check and combine. So like I'll look before I do it. The problem is if I go from RE2 into RE3, I'm doing it on muscle memory at that point. So it's like, okay, highlight what I want, press down twice, bam. And that just doesn't work there. That's the frustration.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Sorry about that, babe.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others.
Just like all the others.
That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably.
Maybe we should have done the RE2 script instead of the Metal Gear Solid script.
She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like all the others.
There must be some way to
stop it.
In
In a manner of speaking,
there is.
yes. Either by
putting a
removing
bullet
the
through her
head,
brain, or by decapitating her completely.
I'm getting shit confused now. There we go.
And to
I think taxidermy
possibility
used to be my hobby. But
But
no
no
longer.
Please, I'd really like to be alone now.
So yeah, I think I've decided what version of RE4 I'm going to do for the 10 years of Resident Evil, and I hope you guys will be pleasantly surprised by it. RE3 is probably going to be the Dreamcast version also. Code Veronica is probably going to be GameCube.
Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now.
That means it'll be CVX.
Leon,
That
come
said,
in.
I could just do
found the
OG
girl,
Code
And
Veronica
I've cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
to be different,
Got it.
to see Wesker get the shit kicked out of him.
My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both
I
work at
don't
the
know
Umbrella
about that
chemical
yet, though.
plant, near the city limits.
The chemical plant? Then
The
what are
chemical
you
plant
doing
zone.
here?
My mom called and told me to go to the police
I'm gonna
station
need
because it was
somebody to remember that I
dangerous to
called
stay
it the
at home.
chemical plant zone
From the look
and
of
remind
things,
me when
I'd
we
say
get
she
to the
was
lab.
Probably right, but
I would
it's
very
dangerous
much
here as
appreciate
well.
it if you could do
You'd
that for
better
me.
come with me.
But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies.
And now I'm
it's coming
disappointed
after
in
me.
hindsight that I didn't call the caverns the Mystic
What
Cave
was
Zone.
that?
That's what I was telling you about. It's here.
Sherry, wait!
Where's Teak to tell us again about how many times he owns Sonic 1 and 2? Fucking hate Metropolis Zone.
Chief?
The concerning thing here isn't that the chief is gone, it's that the mayor's daughter's body is gone. You know what's underrated? Toast. Just some nice plain buttered toast. I don't think Crisis City Zone is an actual. I think it's just Crisis City, man. Crisis City Zone. Crisis City Zone implies something a little more whimsical, I feel. Yeah, just go down straight downstairs from here. I didn't even need to go in this room to drop shit off. Toast is good. I appreciate toast. Like, a couple of weeks back when I had the time away at the convention, like, on the day we went home, I did zone for the heck of it. You've made it too whimsical, Mir. We can't take this apocalypse seriously now. I'm also going to have to mandate that Crisis City is also referred to as Crisis City Zone forever now. When we eventually get to Sonic 06, it's going to have to be Crisis City Zone. Do you see what you've done, Mir? Honestly, I'm absolutely down for that. Like, that's not actually sarcasm. I'm absolutely down for us just calling it Crisis City Zone now. I absolutely fucking despise it in Generations. I think classic Crisis City is the worst level in Generations. I think modern Sonic Crisis City is fine, but classic Crisis City is the worst level in the game. Need those acid rounds. For reasons. Yeah, I agree. Like, for the most part, I find the modern ones more fun, more varied in ideas, just more enjoyable. The exception to that is Planet Wisp. I think modern Planet Wisp goes on for far too long. I don't think it's great as classic Sonic, but I think it's better than it is as modern Sonic. There we go. So yeah, no, we were on the way back from the convention, like the 5th day. We stopped off at a Harvester and had breakfast. And I got myself a nice full English with an extra steak, which was quite nice. Minus the tomatoes and mushrooms, like none of that. So it's like beans, fried egg, hash browns, sausages. I feel like there was something else. I paid extra to get myself a 4-ounce rump steak, which was nice. Waiting for Clint to ask me how I had the steak, and then judge me about it. Let me see, I want to get you... Consent with mushrooms. But yeah, had actually just gonna say rump. Yeah. Like an extra, I think it was like £3 extra for a nice full 4-ounce rump steak. Was quite nice. And also optional toast. And like I was like, yeah, I'll take a few slices of toast with my full English breakfast. And it was some really nice toast.
I won't. What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
I mean, I wouldn't expect you to be, Clem, but I would also expect you to really play up that you might be.
He's over there. I must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
Wait, Sherry, don't go alone. Sherry! Sherry!
Yeah, that's fair. And Clem's like, oh shit, yeah, that is probably something I would do. There are only two things I hate in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's steak doneness, and people who eat well done steak. Yeah, like, got a couple of slices of toast with it, and like, it was some good fucking toast. They came up to us and were like, okay, so, do you want white toast or brown toast? And I'm there thinking to myself, like, I don't want white toast, that's barely fucking toast. Like, what are you gonna do? Pop it in the toaster, wait for it to get warm, and then take it out? I love brown toast. It only clicked with me when they brought the toast over. They weren't talking about how cooked, how toasted the toast was. They were talking about like whether you wanted white or brown bread. So that was a doy moment for me that I've not told anybody about until now. If you ever tell anybody else about this, I'll fucking cut you. Like, it's fine though, because I like brown bread as toast. Like I said, it was good toast. I don't know what that is. I'm going to assume it's toast that isn't cooked because the power grid has lost power again. This is not a story for text, but I haven't told it anyway. The story of my toast is not for the faint of heart. I've been doing Spider-Man stuff lately. Don't worry about it. You bastard. You bastard. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. It's just a thicker cut of bread. I don't think that's specifically called Texas toast. It's definitely not called Texas toast over here.
Claire, are you there?
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay.
It is America, and therefore it is a problem.
But I did
It
find
is in
some stuff
America,
for you.
and therefore
Here.
it is still a problem.
Here's another.
Thanks, sweetie.
You gotta love, like,
Now,
oh
why
yeah,
don't you
here's
come
a
over
box
here?
of grenade
I want you to
launcher
stay with
rounds,
me.
and Sherry just overarms the goddamn thing. That thing's gotta be like, what, at least
Claire,
10 pounds?
I can't reach the
Sherry's a
button to
12-year-old
you
girl.
anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way. I can take care of myself.
Wait, Sherry, come back. Sherry! Sherry!
So the only way to save face there, Clem, is to respond like, yes, I want the soup and salad. I want you to put the salad in my soup. It's like people will think you're weird, but they won't think you're an idiot. I'm making decent enough time on this. You bastard. Fucking hate the liquors in this area. I like you to put these cheese and grapes and tomatoes in the soup. I want you to make sure it's cream of mushroom soup. I don't want none of this chicken soup. I don't want tomato soup. I want cream of mushroom. Love it when I can get out of there without getting hit or firing a shot. Good times today here on the mecha-chrono channel. Two up, two down, left, right, EA start. You guys see that Konami is supposedly going to be announcing a new entry in a world-beloved franchise at TGS? And it's just like, don't get excited for it. Konami wants you to get excited. But you know deep in your heart that what they're gonna do is announce like a new pachinko machine or like a mobile Metal Gear Solid game. You know that's what they're gonna do. There have been rumours going around, though, that they're going to be doing a Metal Gear Solid Trilogy remaster. That wouldn't count as a new entry. That reminds me, I think I'm finally going to just get around to doing Metal Gear Solid 3. After we've finished the 10 years of Resident Evil. Contravania 5, Phantom Pain. I would love a new Castlevania. It's not happening. And Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is essentially just what I was after. Like, that game is so goddamn Castlevania. Love it. Alright, I need to go to a box. What was I saying? Yeah. So yeah, I'm probably gonna start MGS3 after we finish 10 years of Resident Evil, so I can just start it. So I've been not doing that for too goddamn long, and I want to do MGS3. Partly because I want to do MGS3, partly because I want to get to Metal Gear Rising. Like, goddamn, I want to do Metal Gear Rising on stream. And the way I work all this is, like, I'll play through every game in the series, so you guys can have appropriate context if you haven't played them before. It gives you that option. But once we've done that game, we can go back to it at any point. Generally how I think of it. Use these two. Put this away, because we get another 4 on the way back. I need the lighter. Good thing I remember that. Frank. And we get the gold card, and we can just go straight from there. The main concern is we'll need the grenade launcher as well. I should have gotten the side pack. But yeah, back to my original point though. Like, I'm gonna do MGS3 on the HD collection. But at some point in the future, I would be very interested in going through Snake Eater 3D on 3DS. I think that'd be really cool. It's like, if you guys have never seen Snake Eater 3D, it's essentially a remake of MGS3 with some new gameplay features. Like, one of which is the ability to crouch walk, which was added in 4. But you can do it in Snake Eater 3D, which is pretty neat. These are tougher zombies. But yeah, once we do MGS3, we can come back to it at any point. Same with 4. Once we do Rising, Rising will probably be a game we do more than once. Absolutely fucking love Rising. God damn. Such a good game. It's been really cool to see Rising get a revival as well. Like, all the memes that have been happening have been leading people to actually play Rising again. Apparently it's selling better now than it was at launch. I've only done Revengeance difficulty on the first level. It's like, you know me, I'm not really one for hard mode challenges. That said, if you're all really good, I might do Revengeance on hard mode. If you've all been good this year. Rules of nature indeed, Star. Some of those bosses, man, it's like, a lot of them aren't hard, but some of them are such pains to no damage. Like, especially Monsoon. You know what? Let me. Right now, while I'm thinking of it, because we've got the. "10 years of Resident Evil" going on now. So let me sort out a new one. Let me edit this while I'm thinking of it. That is 75,000 for DDS New Game Plus. That will be 100,000 of those. And there we go, new point reward. Landing a hit on Monsoon's always been like one of the biggest frustrations. Armstrong took me so many tries my first time I played it. I couldn't get the hang of Armstrong. I'd had trouble with like accurately doing the Zandatsu cutting anyway. Like the first time I beat Sundowner, I didn't cut the shields off. I wasn't accurate enough with it. So Armstrong was absolutely a problem when he's throwing shit at you. New Game, like, Revengeance on New Game Plus, like, goddamn. But Revengeance on New Game is insane. But yeah, I've just added as the next big marathon point reward. That's what I should do. I should make these marathons point rewards and you people can decide when I'm doing them. Fuck off. You fucker. It finally happened. We're finally in caution. But yeah, the next marathon point redemption is the history of stylish action, which is something I've been talking about for years. Which everything I would call class as stylish action. That'd be like the entire Devil May Cry series, Beautiful Joe, Metal Gear Rising, Bayonetta, possibly God Hand. I'd have to really give a thought about God Hand, because God knows I've been wanting to do it, but whether I'd class it as stylish action, I don't know. Vanquish is absolutely going to be on that list. Like, most of what Platinum's put out. Mad World would probably be on that list, honestly. Not Annika Reigns, though. Yeah, I like this idea of like setting up the marathons as point redemptions, letting you guys decide when I'll get around to them. It's a good idea. I'm happy with it. So if anybody wants to pay 100,000 points, that gets you... God, I don't know how many games. Devil May Cry itself is 6 games. It's going to cover the entire series. Then Bayonetta 1 and 2. Astral Chain will be in there. And, like, have you fuckers seen how long Astral Chain is? I did a full Let's Play of it. It's like 62 parts. Jesus. Astral Chain is so goddamn good. Like, I swear to God, you people need to get a Switch for Astral Chain. I mean, like, don't actually, but, like, it's really good. It's so good that, like, the Let's Play I did of it was my second playthrough. Thanks for joining us, mate. You take care of yourself and you have yourself a happy birthday, man. We'll catch you later. Like, Astral Chain is so good that the Let's Play I did of it was my second playthrough. And I've been just kind of debating doing it again for the stream. That's how good it is. Later, bitch. Yeah, like, what else would be in there? Like, Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DMC Devil May Cry, absolutely. Beautiful Joe 1 and 2. Possibly Double Trouble. Not likely, but possible. That's the DS one. Which is as close to Beautiful Joe 3 as we're ever gonna get. This close to just saying Okami counts, because it's another Clover Studios game.
Claire!
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
I mean, Okami absolutely does not count. But it's my stream and I could say it counts.
Claire!
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
Yeah, I'll have to do that after the stream, like add the marathon, like all the marathon ideas to that. You might think, oh, 100,000 points is quite a lot, but think about how many games you're getting out of that. Like, fucking hell, I should charge more for it. I should have charged more for this. Although, to be fair, like, Resident Evil games are much shorter. Maybe even have some featured guests. I need to talk with Ninja about doing Devil May Cry again.
Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town.
So while we got this cutscene going on, I'm gonna throw it out to you guys.
Calm down.
What marathon ideas would you like to see?
What happened?
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out, the monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me.
It's an interesting line. The monster that's been tearing the precinct apart is another product of the G-Virus. And it's like... but at this point, like, we've not seen Birkin. And we've only really heard mention him like twice. It'd make a little more sense in B scenario with the following line, Umbrella must be trying to cover their tracks, if he didn't mention the G-Virus, because then it could be Mr. X. Which by this point you would have run into twice, I think. This thing's a fucker to do no damage on. We got lucky there with no damage because I managed to hit the 2 spawnlings with one of the acid rounds, which I've never had happen before. Normally they jump on me and I just take the damage off it. So that was neat. But yeah, all the marathons I could do with it. Fun idea. Thank you, Clem. There's the Bond marathon, of course. Doom marathon, maybe? Would be interesting. Mostly just because of how Doom switches up quite a bit.
I can't believe the man who developed the G-Virus.
Doom, then the improvements of Doom 2. Although that would mean I'd have to do Final Doom.
Claire?
And, like,
It's
TNT Evolution.
But
Just
I
like,
think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
But...
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise. But you have to make sure you don't leave my side. Leon, are you still there? We're leaving.
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies.
It'll be all right, trust me. We found a way to the sewer. Follow us later.
Claire! Claire! Wait, wait!
I know Chance is saving up for that Digital Devil Saga replay. Which, I'll be honest, like, despite the frustrations of dealing with Demi-Fiend, I'm absolutely looking forward to playing Digital Devil Saga again. It's just that good of a game. I need to get back in and do RPGs. I need to go and finish Skies of Arcadia. Then I can do other RPGs. I know I put an RPG in front of Tokyo Xanadu and I can't remember what it was. What was it?
Come on.
Let me check
Let's
it.
get out of here.
Oh, I didn't. Did I mean to?
Claire?
Alright, let's deal with this.
Where are you? Sherry!
Claire! I'm here!
I suppose the big question is, like, am I going to do RE4 in one soon? The answer's no, because we're going to be watching the cutscenes. Skipping the cutscenes, I can do it in one sitting. It'll be exhausting, but I can do it. I used to be able to do that so much easier. Well, that's the worst that's ever gone for me. Yeah, I used to be able to just sit down and do a single session playthrough of RE4 so much easier than I can now. Like, at some point it just got so tiring.
Claire? Oh. Oh.
Dun dun da da dun. Dun dun dun. Those are the subtle ways you can feel you're getting older. Stuff like a full playthrough of RE4 feeling exhausting now. Not being able to get through the torture sequence in Metal Gear Solid without your thumb hurting. I think the torture sequence is worse in MGS1 than it is in MGS2. So where is what I'm looking for? I know there's more stuff here. There it is. Jeez. But yeah, MGS3 after we finish the 10 years of Resident Evil. Absolutely. It'll be fun. And then Ninja can show up and remind me that I am legally obligated to do Snake Eater when we climb the ladder. One of three. Be a good sound. It's been a while since I've done that. I just play through MGS3. I want to break my Vita out again. Absolutely love my Vita. I bring it up because like Metal Gear Solid HD Collection on Vita is such a good port. It's like, what was it? Blue Point made the HD Collection and then Armature ported it to the Vita, and it's such a good port. It plays so well.
You're here to steal my husband's G-Virus, aren't you?
2 and 3. Absolutely fantastic.
I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be.
And it's like, oh, but the Vita's only got one set of shoulder buttons, so how do you do inventory management?
What?
It's like you use the touchscreen to like, switch inventory items, and it works really well. Very well done.
What's she doing here? William will
Love
be
the
after
Vita.
her.
Fantastic little device.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is.
I miss dedicated handhelds. Switch is all well and good, but like I miss dedicated handhelds.
This way.
I feel like with the end of the 3DS,
It's sheer perfection.
plenty of companies haven't really cottoned on to the fact that they can do smaller scale stuff on console. Like, it's still more of an indie thing.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Like, Square put Bravely Default out on 3DS and Bravely Second, and then when Bravely Default 2 came out on Switch, it had to be a big, huge thing. It's like, but it didn't.
That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
The weird thing is how EA kind of...
Roger.
A lot of the Western developers just like really disappeared from handheld development for...
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
like the last of the handheld generations, like the 3DS and the Vita.
G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
Like, EA did a little bit early in the Vita's life.
Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there.
The port of Need for Speed Most Wanted, which is a decent port if you're into that game.
I'm stopping it.
I feel like they didn't have anything on 3DS. Which is weird, because, like, putting their sports games on everything used to be so common. There were so many of them on, like, GBA and DS. And, like, aside from Rayman Origins on Vita and 3DS, and then Rayman Legends and Child of Light on Vita. I feel like Ubisoft didn't really touch that generation either. Yeah, it's kind of like how Konami and Capcom barely did anything with the Nintendo 64. Like, they had stuff on there, but it was few and far between, and mostly just abandoned it in favour of PlayStation.
Should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But...
And that's not even the entire story. Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other life forms. That's why he's after Sherry.
what are you trying to say?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to
The Vita
reject
was good,
the
though.
embryo. But since Sherry is his daughter,
That said, not as pocketable as previous generations.
inherent survival instinct.
The analog sticks are fantastic, but the fact they stick out as much as they do
It's Sherry.
make it an issue of just
You go
pocketing
that
it.
way.
Even the PSP was more pocketable than that. Unlike the clamshell design Nintendo had since the Game Boy Advance SP, they continued into the entire DS line with the exception of the 2DS. Like, just worked much better for throwing stuff in the pocket, because, oh yeah, no, fold it, also keeps the screen protected. Man, I love the Vita. Such a good system. I wonder if we'll ever end up with like really solid Vita emulation. I wonder if there's enough interest in it. Because we've seen before, like, a lack of interest can keep any kind of emulator from going anywhere.
Sherry!
Until there's a reason to be interested in it, with like the Wii U emulator, CMU. Which I still think is an amazing story. Of like, CMU barely worked, and then Breath of the Wild came out, and within a week it was playable. Like, it jumped so far ahead, because suddenly everybody wanted to play this one game. And there's still stuff that is like best played on Vita. Like Tearaway. Like, yeah, Sony ported it to PS4 with Tearaway Unfolded, I think it was called.
Come
And
on,
like,
wake up, Sherry.
it's not as charming or fun. I feel like the game loses something when your face isn't the sun.
It hurts. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
I remember when I first read about Tearaway,
Let's go.
and it was like, here's this charming little Vita platformer from the makers of Little Big Planet. And it's like, I don't like Little Big Planet. Never have. Tried to get into it, never could. And it's like, oh, here's this charming little platformer from the developers of Little Big Planet, and it looks pretty neat. And your face is the sun. And I was like, that's a weird, fun idea. Does it mean anything? No. just every now and then, like, you'll see the sun in like cutscenes or in the environment, and it's your face. And that was the main thing that caught my eye when I first heard about it. And then when I actually got my Vita, it came with Tearaway. So that was nice. Yeah, the way that worked, though, like they can't do it on PS4. The Vita has a camera on the front. And that camera is active while you're playing Tearaway. So like while you're playing Tearaway, like every now and then, like you'll look up and the sun will be there, and it'll be your face in the sun. And I thought it was cool. I thought it was charming. I liked it. And I suppose that's a weird thing for some of you to hear, with how, I don't know, nitpicky. I feel like nitpicky's not the right word, but it's the only thing I can think of. I can be over small details in video games. That I'm just like, oh yeah, your face is the sun in this game, and that's fucking adorable. And I don't actually have a bad thing to say about it as a concept. I like it. But yeah, Tearaway is an experience that, like, they put it on PS4 and it's just not the same. So it's still like a Vita best experience. Love my Vita. I'm not entirely sure what happened to it on PS4 Star. I've got it on PS4 and I played a little bit of it. And like they've got a new thing going with the light bar on the PS4. Where that's an active part of the game now, and like you'll move the light bar and it'll appear in the... Like you'll move the controller and the light bar will appear in the game. But it's like, just wasn't as cool. And like the Vita has like the back touch panel. And like there are specific areas where you put your fingers on the back touch panel and your fingers pop up in the game and you move them around to knock enemies out. Which again, I thought was a cool little idea. It's a gimmick, yes, but at no point is it bad. I know it was a pun, Star, I was giving you a serious answer. I don't remember what the context of that quote is, but I like it. No, I'm not going for the spark shot because it's fucking worthless. Yeah, it's like, it was a gimmick, but it wasn't intrusive, it wasn't poorly handled, and it was kind of charming. I liked it. Sometimes things can just be fun and whimsical. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's do this. We're not there yet, Clem. See you, Sherry. It's a weird thing, in the Dreamcast port, the flame rounds are here, in this cab, and the driver's cab. In every other version of it, they're in the toilet, and they're not visible. And it's the same with the Magnum rounds that Leon gets. And it's one of those weird little quirks that I don't know why it's there. Consider it a forewarning. I'm helping. If you're gonna buy a Vita at this point, though, like, you've gotta hack it. The only good reason to buy a Vita these days is if you're gonna hack it. Like, if you want to buy the games, absolutely fine. I'm not saying, like, pirate everything. Hack it so you can use a regular memory card. Because the Vita memory cards, they were expensive at the time. They're more expensive now.
Hang in there, Sherry. Your forehead's burning up. I've got to hurry before the embryos pupate.
I don't think that's what embryos do. I think that's what cocoons do. I don't think that's what embryos do. There we go, second malformation of G. Bitch. I mentioned during RE1 that RE1 does have like a really good soundtrack. It's one of those things that RE2 did better because goddamn, some of the music in this game.
Sherry.
Oh hey look, it's that location from Resident Evil 0. I'm gonna complain about that when we get to that. To be fair though, by that point you'll be used to it and probably tired of it, because I'm gonna complain a lot about Resident Evil 0.
Claire? Oh, you're finally awake.
Isn't this...
Like, of everything
That's okay.
wrong with RE0,
I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
this entire area being there,
Thank
I
you,
think is
Claire.
one of the worst things.
Even though I'm an
Not
only
because it's
child,
particularly bad, because
neither of my
it's
parents ever
the
spent much
dumbest.
time with me because of their work. I grew up alone. But now that you're with
Just
me,
I missed the cave
I
zone.
finally have someone to rely upon.
Sherry,
Hey Clem, how many points do you have?
rest here for a bit. I'll be right back, as soon as I found the antidote for you.
That's quite a bit. Maybe I should increase the cost of... Maybe I should increase the cost of the History of Stylish Action. So Clem, as an average regular watcher of this stream, with all those points, do you think we could stand to have more point rewards? But what are you hanging on to them for, Clem? Are you waiting for me to figure out a point reward that you'll actually want to spend 100,000 points on? I have good fun ones. Like I say, I love the read-a-line one. I love when people do that. It's a big part of the reason why I reduced the price of it, because I wanted people to do it more. Because it was like 500 points. But I reduced it because I wanted people to do it more. I think the most I've got in anybody's stream is in Teak stream. But, like, Teak for a long time didn't actually have point rewards. And, like, Teak streams quite a lot and I used to be there very often. But now, like, having a full-time job kind of fucking precludes that and it pisses me off. Just want to hang out with my buddy Teak. Thank you. Alright, let's go. But this is actually a point that you might be interested in though, Clem. If you decide you want to do Dreamcast emulation, either for yourself or for your stream, check out this emulator. It's called Redream. I don't know like what Dreamcast games you might be interested in doing. I feel like you'd be a Jet Set Radio kind of guy. But I don't know, maybe you want to do like OG Sonic Adventure. And like I can tell you from experience, Sonic Adventure is best on the Dreamcast. What else is there? You're a Berserk fan, aren't you, Clint? I mean, to be fair, you don't really want to watch Berserk. If you're going to get into Berserk, you are better off reading it. Well, I watched Berserk, and that's how I got into Berserk. I watched the original anime from the 90s. And I enjoyed it, but, like, it ends just as it finishes the flashback sequence. Because it's like, you start off and it's like, oh, World of Monsters, and the main character, like, the Black Swordsman, Guts the Black Swordsman, with, like, a prosthetic hand with a cannon in it, missing an eye. And it's like, oh, that's really cool, I'm down to see this. And then, like, the rest of the series is how we got here. And then when we finally get to how we got here, that's the end of the series. And that was my only real disappointment with the Berserk anime. And then, like, they eventually, like, in the last 10 years, they did, like, a sequel anime to continue from how we got here to where we are, and it was some of the cheapest, laziest CGI shit you've ever seen. It's crazy that Berserk hasn't gotten, like, a proper high-budget anime adaptation like that. Sailor Moon gets to have 2. Why didn't Berserk get one? Yeah, I bring this up because there's a Berserk game on Dreamcast. It's pretty good. That's Cam Clark in it. And we all like Cam Clark. Oh shit, you're right. You're right, Mayor. It is Chemical Plant Zone. Da 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 ba da boom. Ba da ba ba da ba 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 da boom. Da 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 ba 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 da boom. Ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da boom.
I've just prepared a sample of the No one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll puberate. And if that happens, Sherry won't.
No, I've lost it.
William, you're alive.
That reminds me, I should get around to watching that Resident Evil movie.
William is still alive.
I could, or I could watch Alien. I've been meaning to watch that for ages again.
Sherry.
And it is on Disney Plus. I won't even have to
Tell me
search
what
for
I
it
need
now.
to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here.
Cool.
Save my daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Annette!
Here it is.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
And we're off.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform. All employees proceed to the bottom platform.
Yeah, what is it? What else is there? Illbleed. I want to play Illbleed. Like, there's good stuff on Dreamcast, Clem. You could probably find some stuff you'd want to play.
Claire, is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Alright, let's rock and roll. Son of a bitch. Dreamcast is a good system. It's a shame it's a dead system now. Every now and then you hear people talk about, oh, Sega's gonna make a comeback and do the Dreamcast 2. And it's like, no, they're not. For one, it wouldn't be worth it financially. I should take a look at that new Sonic Frontiers video. Apparently it's a much better video than the previous one they showed. Makes it look a lot better. I suppose I don't care that much though. I'm not picking up at launch or anywhere close to launch. That's to have Mo disc. Yeah, I remember, like, I watched those videos for the first time. And, like, I put my live commentary on the Discord as I was watching them. It was like, god damn, these are bad. Like, these are controlled releases where they've controlled everything that's going to be shown in the video, and it looks this bad. I mean, ultimately, I've never been super invested in Sonic. The only Sonic game I have nostalgia for is Heroes, so take that for what you will. I blurry. Like I'm blurry. Goddamn autofocus.
All employees proceed to the platform. All employees proceed to the platform.
I don't know, maybe it's like, I want Sonic to be good, because Sega keeps focusing on it so much, to the detriment of all of their other series. Like, whenever they have a big crossover game, like Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, which is absolutely fantastic, and you should pick it up if you haven't. Like, oh yeah, the big Sega game. Like, the celebration of Sega. And it's got stuff like Segata Sanshiro as a character in that game. That's crazy. But like a quarter or a third of the roster in that game is just Sonic characters. And I find that disappointing. Because Sega has other stuff. It's like, yeah, I get that Sonic is their biggest series. But like, I leveled the same criticism at Capcom with like the early Marvel vs. Capcom games, that most of the Capcom roster was Street Fighter. Yeah, that is a shame. Like, other than that, it's better than Mario Kart 8. I love the transform gimmick as well, because I realised years ago that circuit racing kind of bores me, just going around the same track like 3 or 4 times. And Sonic and Sega All-Stars Transform, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, like, deals with that by having a lot of the tracks change between laps, which I really like. Alright, let's go finish this.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform.
How good, like, Racing Transformed was is a big part of the reason why I was so disappointed that the next racing game they did was just a Sonic racing game. A Sonic racing game that reused assets from Transformed. Like Seaside Hill in Team Sonic Racing is just lifted out of Racing Transformed. But the stage doesn't break apart on the 3rd lap and make you have to use the boat, so it's less interesting. The trick to this fight is to not piss around. As soon as you go into caution, heal. Seriously? Seriously? Not my best fight, mostly because like I ran at the start before he transformed. I should have stayed put. When it only took one more shot to make him transform, I was expecting him to transform on the shot that I did. And because he spent so much time just jumping between the containers. GT is fine. Like, the fight itself wasn't bad, it just could have gone faster. Right, and that's Claire. Oh, because it's the G virus. Yeah, but you already did GG's when I killed the G embryo.
Sherry's unconscious.
I have the antidote. If I give it to her.
Let's call that thing baby. The baby.
Not now. Come on, Cherry, wake up. Wake up. Please wake up.
When I was younger, I'm sure I heard it referred to as Weevil.
Where am I?
And like, I thought that was its official name for so
Gonna
long.
be okay.
But like, in the last 10-15 years, I've never found anywhere else calling it Weevil.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Story-wise, OGRE2 is better than Remake. Like, especially the ending with this. Like, the way the ending on the train works out is better in RE2 than it is in RE2 Make. I think Capcom taking like actual faces, like using real people as models for the faces of the characters, is kind of detrimental to the design of the characters. At this point, I think it makes them look less unique, less distinctive, maybe. It sounds nitpicky, but it's like, you look at Jill, and from RE3 to, I guess, Revelations, Jill had a specific set of design features to her face. Like, as graphics improved and changed, they changed slightly, but you could always tell it was Jill from the face. And now it's just a model's face, and it's like... I think it's less interesting. Thank you, Teak. So the original intention was to do Claire A. Leon B today. But I think I'm going to leave it and come back and do Leon B probably tomorrow. And we'll make each scenario a single session. The thing I'm most curious about here is the time. How did I do on the time? That's pretty good. Sub 140 is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Could have improved it here and there. I don't know if with this run I could have got it to sub 130. But like sub 140 I'm pretty happy with. I like not being a speedrunner with these games. I'm doing what I call fast casual. It's like, yeah, let me go for as fast a time as I can get casually. I like that. I can, but I won't. There. So that's going to be RE2 for today. Let me see. Let's take a look at a couple of other things before we go. Now we've got Dreamcast. Dino Crisis here. This is probably going to be the best looking version of Dino Crisis. Someone hacked it to properly support VGA input. That'll be nice. Oh shit, we can do Dreamcast Soul Reaver. Look forward to that. I want to do Rayman 2. You know what? While we're just here, screwing around, I want to show you guys the Ring Terror's Realm. As far as I'm aware, the only game based on the Ring. And by the Ring, I mean, like, the horror movie franchise, The Ring, or Ringu.
It's not too bad, even as a prototype. The force of Sadako Yamamura.
The force of Sadako Yamamura?
Well, it's unlikely to be a homicide case. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Virus, what are you talking about, Chief?
Yeah, and I think we're just gonna have to do it that way.
I'm Meg. Please, you have to help me.
Okay, so like, not so bad yet. This menu music's a little like, is this a horror? Let me make it worse for you. Those are your menu noises for this horror game.
Get the job?
Yeah, I'll be working with you starting tomorrow, so I guess I'll be seeing you soon.
Really? That's great. So why don't we go out for a celebratory drink?
Okay. I'll get ready.
Promise?
Promise. Bye for now. Well, who the hell does she think she is? She hasn't any idea of how important this project is. But Sadako,
Robert. He didn't sound so pleased, even though it's been quite a while since we spoke. He's absolutely Mr. Thickhead, even on my last birthday. Well, today's the day he has to make up for it. What?
What's that cop just been running down the street?
Robert?
This is the ring, yeah.
And that's just a... Hey! Hey, miss. No, I'm sorry, you can't come in here. You have to get out of here. Or do you live here?
What's happened, officer?
What's happened, officer? No, I'm asking you a question. Do you live here? Hello? Miss?
Watch out!
Robert?
Hello? Hey. Hey, stop, lady.
That guy's the best cop.
No! No, I can't believe it's Robert. No.
You okay, lady?
Meg! What's going on over there? Like, hey man, what's happening here?
Now hold on a moment, sir.
I know the two of them. They're friends. What happened? I don't believe this.
I see.
Oh, Meg.
Could you explain your relationship to either her or the victim?
Yeah, I know the two of them. They're both my friends. I'm Jack, and this is Robert's girlfriend, Meg.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm
what
sorry.
What happened to Robert?
Actually, we don't yet exactly know what happened to him this evening.
You don't know? Isn't this a murder?
Okay. It's unlikely to be a homicide case.
Not a murder? Then what's that? Did you see his face? What's happened? Oh my god!
Well, we'll get to the bottom of this.
I'm still alive. I'll work for this company without you, Robert. I shouldn't mourn your death forever. Right.
Does anything need to be said? Like, the voice acting, the way the entire thing's set up, the sound effects, the music. That's terrible posture. So I think we're gonna leave that there. Like, you've probably seen enough. Like, see anything else of interest? Honestly, Teak, if you're interested, I recommend like checking it out properly for yourself, because it is absolutely ridiculous. There's Illbleed. I want to do this on stream at some point. I thought I said amusement interface arsehole for a second. Speech competition.
For as long as I can remember, my family ran what we called a horror caravan. We hauled this house of horrors around from town to town, trying to give people a new thrill, a new nightmare. I kind of like traveling, but all that gruesome gore got to me after a while. My dad was always conjuring up new devices, tricks, and traps, each one scarier than the last. Guess who he tried them out on? Yep, me. I guess it toughened me up a little. I mean, you have to be brave to walk through a den of snakes or try to avoid trapdoors to make it to your room. I was a pretty fearless kid by the time I was 5, thanks to my fearsome father. He fed on others' fears and was never satisfied.
It's interesting when you're saying I was very heavily abused as a child.
So she thankfully divorced him when I was 6. Yet I had gotten attached to horror. I remember how that good old Halloween pillow and a hot red water bath soothed me. I think I might major in child psychology.
Let's get to the actual gameplay. I love the distinctive look of like Dreamcast, specifically Dreamcast 3D models. Like, this is a weird, quirky little horror game that's well worth a look. Like I said, I do want to stream. At this point, I do want to stream this at some point. Well, like, at this point, I'm just going to mess around for a bit with that if I keep playing. Alright. The Ring Terrors, like, if there's a takeaway I want to give here, I guess. The Ring Terrors realm, awful. Definitely look into it. It's worth learning a little more about it. Illbleed, pretty neat. Quirky little cheesy B-horror movie game. Not based on a movie, like, the ideas are, like, each area is like a B-movie horror game thing. Definitely want to get to that at some point. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with more RE2 doing Leon B. Sunday I'm going to do something different. Sunday's also the times we're setting aside for doing FF6 with Clem, though he won't be available this week. We'll be finally starting that next week. So I hope everybody looks forward to that. Definitely check Clem out. Clem's cool people, probably streaming tomorrow. Whereas currently playing Super Mario RPG, which is fun. I'll be back tomorrow with more RE2. Yeah. I want to thank everyone for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Clem, Teak, Mia, Snow, Star. I feel like there was at least one other person. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, thanks so much for joining the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. I say we're back tomorrow with more RE2 doing Leon B. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day. And take care. Catch you next time, guys. Bye.
I wanna take